What you're looking at here is the Dave Watson collection of 97 antique fishing priests. The biggest collection of fishing priests in one place anywhere in the world. Dave Watson, a published author on the subject. The whole collection is now for sale. Charlie, tell me about the world's largest, if not maddest, collection of fishing priests.
Excuse the pun, but this is really bonkers.
It really is.
I was offered this just recently as a collection, and I thought, no, this isn't for me. And then this was in the collection, which was almost certainly Queen Victoria's. And I thought, this is just, when I thought about it, this is a most amazing collection.
That was Queen Victoria's. Yeah. Can I handle that object?
By all means. Made over 40 years, David Watson, avid collector. He's got 97 of these. It's a real display of time, fishing through time, salmon fishing, trout fishing, perch fishing, whatever fishing you were into. And I just couldn't help myself, to be honest, David. I just had to own them. So here I am now with 97 fishing priests, which it's an interesting word used to dispatch your catch.
Is that where the name comes from?
Totally. And, you know, why would you want to leave a fish flapping around in agony? So that you dispatch them.
Okay, so you dispense the last rites?
Yes.
Right. Okay. What is the earliest, do you know?
Yes, I think, we creep along here. This one, David, is, I think, dated. I haven't got my glass on, so you'll have to, is it 1718?
1718.
So that's over 200 years old.
Wowzer. That is, I mean, for anybody interested in fishing, this is
the Holy Grail.
It really is.
Excuse the pun as well. Good today.
You're on form, do you know that?
Yeah. You got me at it. But isn't that? I mean, you've got to let your imagination go. This has been handled by so many people over 210 odd years.
And what's interesting, I love that we're very much alike in this way, that we love the connection to real people. And it's a kind of object that was handled by people 200 years ago, yes, but not just occasionally. This would have been handled for lifetimes, individual lifetimes.
Absolutely.
So the people, many lifetimes, and so the people knew that object so intimately, and it's barely changed in all those years. It weighs the same and it feels the same.
There's such care and love in this. I mean, all this brasswork's engraved here.
That's a
and
very
that's solid
interesting
ebony one.
I mean,
weighted at the end.
That's kind of what, mid-19th century, early
Definitely.
19th century?
Maybe Regency being
ebony.
Yeah,
could be, couldn't it? Wow. Okay, so, I mean, there's the cabinet. Good job you've got lots of cabinets in here, really, isn't it? For displaying.
But if you have a fishing museum, or your passion is fishing, like it could be anything else, what a collection to own.
Yeah, what are your thoughts? Are you selling them individually?
The temptation is to, but it's not the right thing to do. A man's put his passion and his life for 40 years into them. I think it would be very wrong to split them.
Okay.
I might have to in the end, but I'd much rather sell them as a collection.
Okay. I did write about this in the press because it did make some noise, didn't it? Because it is the most unusual collection. I saw you there in your famous shorts.
Well, why waste material?
You can spend more time on wonderful antiques.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so now then, talk to me. You've got it, knowing you don't mind if you keep it for a little while because you're going to get some pleasure from it. Yeah. So I'm guessing then, but you're going to offer the collection as one lot?
Yes. Okay.
How on earth did you come to buy it? And how did you, first of all, value it? How do you work out a valuation on something like this?
Well, I got the 97 and divided by the figure I was asked and thought that seems perfectly reasonable.
Okay.
And then I took the 5 or 6 of the real gems, particularly obviously this one, and thought, what is that worth in my head if I had to sell it and sell the 5 or 6 best ones, and where am I going to end up?
Right.
In a commercial. Well,
this is a proper antiques dealer's mind at work here.
Yeah. How bad can it get?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the downside?
Right.
And then I looked at it, and out of respect to David, I thought this man spent all these years looking and searching and being very careful about what he bought. So I want to sell it as a collection because it should stay a collection, because that's what it is.
Where do you think it'll end up?
Probably in a fishing museum, or maybe in a wealthy man's fishing lodge somewhere in Scotland, hopefully, or
Right.
something like that.
Okay. And if we have a wealthy man or a museum watching this who's interested, how much money would they need to part with?
About 65 grand for the whole lot.